Well, hello everybody and welcome back to another new vlog. I hope you guys can see me okay, because it is what we call stupid o'clock in the morning. I've woken up 6:15 this morning, set my alarm for 6:15 and came out of the house so that I could take photos at sunrise, mainly because I want to try and capture blue hour and golden hour photography, and I think I've just about managed to get out in time, to be quite honest with you. If you have a look behind me, look at how the light looks there, and everything looks very, very blue. And then as I turn round, you'll start to see a bit of a golden hue coming through as the sun comes up. I'll explain a little bit more about that in just a moment, but first of all, I've had to stop here and take a couple of photos. I don't know which one I've shown you, maybe both, of this spot, this pool behind me, because it looks absolutely beautiful at blue hour. Now let me just explain to you exactly what blue hour and golden hour are. Blue hour basically is that time in the morning or last thing at night when the light is either just starting to come out or just starting to disappear, where you get everything around you has a very, very blue hue to it, which is caused by the sun setting or rising and the last of the light either disappearing or starting to appear at the beginning or the end of the day. That's blue hour. Golden hour is in the morning at sunrise, it's just after blue hour, and in the evening it's just before blue hour at sunset. The idea is that blue hour starts exactly 1 hour before sunrise and then finishes at sunrise, and then golden hour starts half an hour before sunrise and finishes half an hour after sunrise. So the first half of golden hour overlaps the second half of blue hour. Listen to those ducks flying around. I don't know if you can see them at all or hear them, but what that means is that blue hour and golden hour overlap by half an hour, so you get just that half an hour period where you've got a mixture of golden and blue light, which I'm just about to enter right about now. I can see over in that direction the sun is rising. That's over towards the east, and the sun is rising and I can already see some golden light appearing just on the horizon. But then over here towards the west, where the sun isn't rising, it's still very, very blue. So I've just about managed to capture a blue hour shot when it is just blue hour, just a few minutes ago while I was here. I'm going to have a walk around to the other side of this pool now, and by the time I get there we should be in the half hour spell where we've got blue hour and golden hour light at the same time. And I'm going to try and take a photo over there looking back towards the east and hopefully capture some of that golden sunlight as it heads towards the horizon. Guys, I think I'm so lucky this morning. I don't know how well you can see just behind my head the pinkish wisps of cloud just there over in the distance, and then a little way in front of that you've got these trees just here across the park, which are lit up very golden by the beautiful golden sunrise that we've got this morning, and that light is absolutely perfect. And I was just walking across this spot here to see if I can get a shot over by the pond looking back towards the sunrise itself, and I saw this light and thought, well, I've got to take a photo of that. I can't miss that opportunity. That is absolutely beautiful. I'm bracketing the exposures because obviously there's quite a little bit of difference in dynamic range here, because you've got the sunlight is actually really lighting up the sky quite well, but the foreground is still a little bit darker. So these have all been bracketed. Hopefully you like this image. I've only got a few minutes really now to spare to get my next image during the crossover period of golden hour and blue hour, literally just a few minutes, and it'll only take me 2 or 3 minutes to walk over to the edge of the pond and see if I can get a photo there. So I'm going to move on. So that last shot was shot at 70mm on the 70 to 300mm lens. And I don't know how well you can see now. These are the trees just behind that bench there. These are the trees with the light on them that I took in that photo. And you can see that the cloud now, the colour in that has gone completely, because obviously now the sun has got up a little bit further towards the horizon. And so some of that light has now dissipated, and it's not really reflecting on the underside of the clouds, so you're not getting the same beautiful colour that you were getting just a few minutes ago. But instead now I'm looking towards the horizon over in this direction, and I don't know how well you can see that, but there is light coming up here now just at the far end of this pond, and I think there's going to be an interesting shot just there. It is still just about in the crossover between golden hour and blue hour, so the light there looks quite interesting, and I'm hoping that there's just a little bit of cloud just on the horizon, which is going to make that beautiful sunlight glow up a little bit better, and we'll get some interesting drama in those little bits of cloud just above the battery died on the video camera, folks. That's no real surprise, is it, knowing me? Basically I had another battery in the bag anyway, so it wasn't a problem. It's just a case of switching the battery over. But as the battery died, I was telling you all about the sunlight on the horizon just over here behind me, and I was hoping that I was going to get some interesting light that would light up the clouds just above the horizon, and that's basically all I was saying just at the end of that clip. So hopefully you can see that that's worked out quite well as well now. But we are now just a few minutes after sunrise, so technically the sun has come up above the horizon, although I can't quite see it because of the trees and houses that are in the way and some cloud as well. But essentially now I've really got about 20 to 25 minutes to try and capture one more shot just of solely golden hour photography, so hopefully I can do that. I'm just going to go and see if I can find a spot now where I can take another photo. Well, that was quite a rush to try and make sure I get everything right. Timing was absolutely impossible, really. Big challenge to make sure I got something right here. I decided I was going to walk back as far as these trees here. I photographed them recently from the other side with the light bouncing onto them, and obviously it was later in the day, so the light was very, very different at that point. But as I was walking up the road and saw how the clouds were creating such beautiful light in the sky, I decided that this was the best spot to stop and try and capture that. I hope that I've managed to capture a decent image with these trees just here, kind of in silhouette against the sunlight at the back. But also then I had a little bit of cloud over the trees and around the trees, which was turning a little bit pink, peachy coloured because of the sunlight as the sun was rising a little bit further above the horizon. That was lighting up more and more of the clouds higher in the sky. I don't know if that's worked. I'll only know for sure when I get it back to the computer at home, so if it has worked you'll have seen the image by now. But that, I think, is going to be my last image of the day. I don't really have an awful lot of time left now to try and capture another image, probably only 2 or 3 minutes to be honest. So there's no point me trying to rush it and see if I can find something else, because it just wouldn't work. If you've enjoyed today's vlog, then please remember to give it a thumbs up, and also please remember to subscribe to the channel. And leave me any comments you want to leave me as well about getting up at stupid o'clock in the morning to come out and try and capture photos. You let me know if you think that's a good idea or not. Anyway, hope you like the images. Like I say, please remember to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And I look forward to seeing you again on another vlog very soon. Bye for now.